Hey, thank you guys and gals for joining me. Derek Elling, your host for the Fastlane Podcast for Success. Thanks again for joining me. I appreciate it. Had a little bit of a holiday break there and ready to get back into things. Tonight, let's talk about systematic success. A way to deliver success to you systematically, obviously, is what the title implies. But what does that really mean? What does systematic success mean? Well, just that. It means that we derive, we have a goal, we have a plan, and we have action, and we see it through. So, the first thing you want to do is create your plan. You cannot achieve success without a plan. If it is, it's temporary and fleeting. So, make sure you have a plan. Okay, first thing is to, I don't know how many times I got to say this, paper and pencil, paper and pen, whatever, write it down. What are you going to do? Your goals, your structure. What is your thought process? How are you going to achieve success? So you write down what it is that you're going to do. Entrepreneur, intrapreneur, doesn't matter as long as you start to follow through. And I've said this before. Success comes when you do something every day to work toward your success, to work toward your plan. What you see in your mind as successful and how you want to get there and how you want to tweak things. And you know, I'm not saying that you're not successful, but most people chase after success like it's a destination, and it really isn't. I mean, it may be, so cliche to say that success is a journey, because you're always manifesting new ideas. You're always manifesting creative, innovative thoughts and where you want to go and how you want your life to be and how you see your life to be. So you're always on a journey for success. That success comes when you define it. When you define what it is that you're being successful for yourself, for your family, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your motives and your modus operandi is. It matters that you have to conquer it. You have to find a way to fulfill it. Okay? So one of the first things that you want to do in success, in manifesting the success that you've set out for and systematically, is managing your time. Your time is valuable. You can't get it back. Every second, every minute, every hour that passes is gone. You're not going to get it back. So learn to understand that you need to take advantage of the time that you have to manifest the success that you want, that you're chasing. Okay, so it doesn't matter how you do that. If you're a bad time management person, always read books, seminars, audio books. It doesn't matter. Managing time is crucial to success. So that's the first thing I want you to concentrate on, is managing time. Number 2 is prioritizing your work. Now, this is kind of like managing your time, but you have to understand your work, the most successful thing. If you haven't read Stephen Covey's book, oh God, I just lost it. Stephen Covey, the 7 Habits for Highly Successful People. If you haven't read that, you need to. It is gold, okay? It teaches you not only a little bit of time management, but why prioritizing is such a crucial element to your success. What comes first, what comes second, what's backburnered, what can wait, and how to realize that. You put the most important things up front. There's an age-old adage that says that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Now, if you've ever worked with the public and you've your job is in some capacity to work with people, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. The person that complains the most, throws the most red flags up, is going to get priority, whether it's warranted or not. But this is what you need to do in your own career path, is that you need to make sure that your wheel is always squeaking. You're always after the fix. You're after the thing that you need to do that moves you and propels you forward. Okay, the squeaky wheel is you. Be sure that you're always trying to fix that. A to-do list, number 3 is a to-do list. We know how important that is. It's your goal list, your to-do list, whatever you want to call it. But let's just make sure that you have that you have 1, 2, and 3, A, B, and C, whatever it is, however you do it. Make sure that you do it. Make sure that you put it out there. It is so important for you to maintain structure in your success path, okay? Now, one of the things that you need to keep in mind is a balance of personal life and your work life, your professional career, whatever. Make sure that you don't ignore your personal life. It's so important, because if you ignore your personal life and things start to go awry, it affects your professional life. Okay, so that's why they call it a balance. That's why you have to balance it. You make sure that your personal life doesn't get too ingrained where you forget your professional life. Make sure that your professional life isn't too ingrained to forget your personal life. Your family, your children, your mom, dad, your community, whatever it is, make sure that you're paying attention to the things you need to pay attention to. If you need to, assist somebody in the community, your neighborhood, make sure that you find the time to do that. If you need to concentrate more in your professional life, maybe you've kind of let things slack a little bit, well, make sure you pick it up. Make sure that you're doing everything you need to do in your professional life and you're on top of things. Okay, it's very important. The idea of systematic success is just a way for you to monitor yourself. I once said that in my early 20s, in a business that I had, that I was the owner of, I said I had the worst boss ever, because my boss would not hold me accountable to doing the things I needed to do. Being a little young and immature, and I had the want and the drive, but I had a tendency to let things go. So my boss was a bad boss until I learned to be a better boss for me and make sure that I was held accountable. I hold myself accountable, in other words. And if you're in that situation, make sure that you hold yourself accountable. You do the things you need to do. You stop procrastinating. You have a game plan. You have a goal set. You have a mindset. It is, without a doubt, crucial in your success. So, systematic success is definitely a tracking process. I got some good advice once that I will share with you, and it simply is this, that being hard on yourself is not a bad thing. Making yourself accountable is a good thing. Drive, passion, willingness to do what other people won't do is what propels you to success. Putting in the extra time, putting in the extra effort, creating the extra thought process, going just a little bit further than you thought you would, than what you're accustomed to. We all have a developed personality. We all have a personality. We have a system. We have kind of who we are, and we back it up. See, that's the thing. We back it up. We justify who we are. Every minute of every day, we're always justifying who we are. Well, I'll do this because of blah, 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 blah. I do this because of this. I do that because of this. And if they don't like it, they can kiss my booty and all of this other crap, you need to step aside of who you are and maybe think about who you need to be. Not necessarily who you want to be, but who you need to be in order to get the things done. If you've got a career path and a success path that you want to endeavor upon, yet your old habits, your current mindset doesn't allow that, this is where you need to take a hard look at who you really are and who you really want to be as far as change. Be uncomfortable. Do things uncomfortable. Do things that you wouldn't normally do. Maybe you're a little, that's not me. Well, make it you. Make it you. That's why I always say, reading about leaders, historical leaders, current leaders, whatever it is, developing the ideas, developing the strategies that have made people successful bleeds into your belief system if you allow it. And if you allow it, you do become that person. You do become the persona of who you need to be. So allow yourself a little uncomfortability. Allow yourself to change things up here and there and to not be so ingrained and entrenched into who you think you are. That's why great actors become great actors. They step outside of who they are to become this other person or persona. You, as a career, goal-minded, successful person, whether it's you're achieving business or you're achieving personal life, you just want to change, and be just a little better. Maybe you want to be a better father, a better husband, whatever it is that you want to be better at. I've said it once, one of my favorite quotes in the Shakespeare is, assume the virtue if you have it not, which quite frankly means act as if. Take on that role. Be that person. Do the things that person would do, and pretty soon you will become that person. Just make sure, here's the catch, make sure it is the right direction for you. Make sure that it's truly what you need to be doing. Make sure this is the person you want to be. Be better. Always strive to be better. Whatever that means and whatever path that leads you down, don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to change. You may go through some personality changes. You may go through, some challenges to do this, but you have to let go sometimes of your old image and allow the new image to take over and reinvent yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Keep all of the virtues that make you you, that people love and admire and respect. Keep those things, but wash away some of the negatives and the things that you necessarily don't need. And the things that you can replace them with are all positive. So, okay, with that, I think that I've explained, systematic success. I think I've expressed to you how that you can guide yourself in this path and in this journey to become a more rounded person, a better person, a person that's always striving for the best for themselves and the people around them. If you have questions about any of that and you need further explanation or you want to engage, fine. Email me, Derek@FastlanePodcast.com. DEREK, Derek@FastlanePodcast.com. Email me. People do, and I respond, and it's wonderful. The interactions I have been absolutely wonderful. So, no question is unimportant. Okay? If you're listening on iHeart, thank you. If you're listening on iTunes, like and share, leave positive comments. Take the time to leave positive comments. I appreciate it.